मैं दिल्ली के सभी लोगों से भी विनती करना चाहूँगा कि सब लोग वोट डालने के लिए निकलें, अपने अपने वोट का अधिकार इस्तेमाल करें।
चुनाव में गुंडागर्दी सिर्फ भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने नहीं की है। भारतीय जनता पार्टी और दिल्ली पुलिस की साठ गांठ में गुंडागर्दी हुई है।
दिल्ली के विकास के लिए वोट डालें, दिल्ली में पीने के पानी के लिए वोट डालें, टूटी सड़कों को ठीक करने के लिए वोट डालें, गंदे पानी की निकासी के लिए वोट डालें, यमुना मां नदी को साफ करने के लिए वोट डालें।
तमाम समस्याएं इनका हल करना है तो आइए, बाहर आइए, वोट डालिए।
कुछ और करना हो, कुछ मेजर एफर्ट लगानी पड़ेगी इसमें।
Very crowded and a city which now gets challenged by the air quality, by the traffic, by the ability to manage its own waste disposal.
The greenery of Delhi, the protecting of that, and adding to the, like I said, better AQI will be the best startup city.
Hello, welcome to News Centre. I'm Parikshit Luthra. A big day in the national capital as 70 assembly seats in Delhi go to polls in what is a fierce three-way battle between the incumbent Aam Aadmi Party, the BJP and the Congress. AAP is eyeing a hat-trick after sweeping the last two elections. The BJP is hoping to end a 27-year wait for power in the Delhi Assembly. The Congress is fighting to stay relevant after losing its vote share steadily over the last three elections. The campaign saw some intense war of words. Parties went all out to woo the women voter, promising monthly stipends. So which way will Delhi sway? Joining me now to take this discussion forward are Sanjeev Srivastava, Senior Journalist, along with political analyst Piyush Joshi and Desh, Ratan, Nigam, lawyer and political analyst. Let me now go across to Piyush Joshi first. Piyush Joshi, when it comes to the Aam Aadmi Party, they replaced a lot of sitting MLAs because of anti-incumbency. Clearly, it is a difficult battle for them in the light of all the corruption allegations. Give us a sense of what's at stake and how difficult was this entire fight for the Aam Aadmi Party?
Well, no fight in the current scenario is easy at all. So any political party who thinks that it's going to have an easy ride is basically, frankly, mistaken. So Aam Aadmi Party is under no illusion. They take each and every election very seriously. And when it comes to the state of Delhi, in particular, which has been their bastion for almost 12 years now, certainly they are leaving no stone unturned. There was a little bit of anti-incumbency against the MLAs. There is no doubt about that, which led to the changing of tickets just 2 months before the elections. And I think that is a cause of concern for the Aam Aadmi Party. They should address this cause of concern if they are elected on the 8th. And I think the MLA should maintain much broader level of contact with the people, that there should be modus operandi which should be prescribed to them, that and there should be a periodic appraisal as well. So as far as I am concerned, yes, Aam Aadmi Party has learned certain lessons from this particular election. They have learned certain lessons when it comes to the voter list management as well, because the BJP did ask for lots of votes to be cut from the voters list, and the Aam Aadmi Party did raise significant questions as far as that voter list was also concerned. But I think at the end of the day, Aam Aadmi Party will lose certain seats, but will form the government with a decent majority.
All right. Desh, Ratan, Nigam, don't you think that the BJP was relying too much on an anti-Aam Aadmi Party, anti-Kejriwal campaign, an anti-corruption campaign against the ruling party? Do you think it's risky to base your entire campaign on one issue altogether?
Well, Parikshit, in fact, code of conduct is still underway. To give an opinion who will form a party is not very advisable. I can also say a particular party, BJP, can form a government, but I'll refrain from doing so. Because we know till 6:30 the code of conduct is still existing. Now, see, there are certain issues. There are two parties out here which are pointing fingers at Aam Aadmi Party, which is Congress. Congress also got a bit serious in this election, and the BJP. They are pointing the real issues facing the people of Delhi, whether it is the DTC transport, buses not being, the fleet of buses not increasing, the buses that came from the center were being paraded as their own buses, the electric buses, the blue ones that we see, the roads, the problem with the roads, not out of the highways which are with the center, the flooding, which becomes a regular issue with the Delhi, and the water supply, especially in summers, becomes a huge lot of problem. The employment, the education model, except one or two schools, the rest of these schools are having problems, huge shortfalls of the teachers and the principals not being appointed, the irregular employees not being made regular, which is a lot of people, did dharna also in protest, whether they're in the fields of medicine, health, or education. The health model also is crumbling in Delhi. But we must know Delhi is a half state. To always be at a war path with the center is never advisable. But for the Kejriwal, it is always him versus the prime minister. He wants him to be treated as a prime minister, so he stands with the prime minister, and everything is at war with the center. Delhi cannot be run like this. Why not have a party which is same as that of in the center, so there will be a smooth functioning? That is one issue. Anti-incumbency, certainly, where you are asking for the third time, it is certainly there. But these issues are very serious. The whole videos that are going on in the social media and otherwise, that I'll clean Yamuna, and if I don't clean it in 2021, it was said, then please don't vote for me. People are very closely scrutinizing. And yes, I'm not saying Aam Aadmi Party does not have a vote bank. They do have a vote bank because of the free things that have been given. So, but that also, there are certain element of doubt also out there, because not much has also gone to the people. Implementation of the schemes is a problem. And at the end of the day, people want to see Delhi to be a world-class city. And that cannot be made while fighting with the center all the time. You have to work with the center.
Right.
Remember Madan Lal Khurana and Sahib Singh Verma? When the Congress governments were there, they were BJP CMs of Delhi, and they got Ganga water in Delhi. And Sheila Dikshit got metro through the center. It was center's project. And when Atal Bihari Vajpayee was the prime minister. So you have to work in coordination and in tandem with the center so far as the development of Delhi is concerned. An anarchist attitude and approach will not work for Delhi.
All right, Sanjeev Srivastava, senior journalist, also with us. Sanjeev Srivastava, what's your sense on some of the biggest issues playing out in this election in the run-up to this period? People have spoken about unemployment, youth empowerment. There has been a lot of debate over the manifestos as well. Which issues, or which would be the top three issues, according to you, that will matter in the election?
So I'll just pick up from where Mr. Nigam left, that, and I do agree that in a conventional political sense, being an anarchist and always a rebel when you're ruling half a state and always in confrontation with the center does not help. And that's what conventional wisdom should tell us. But whether we like it or not, for the last 10 or 12 years, Kejriwal has always played the perennial rebel, the perennial outsider, the baghi, the dissident, and the manner in which he has upped his attack on the BJP, and especially Home Minister Amit Shah in the last few days, he's again positioning himself in that slot. So whether it will be fourth time working for him or not, I really don't know. We'll come to know on the 8th. But I think the biggest factor, all these factors are there: unemployment, freebies, which the Delhiites and especially the Aap Aadmi constituency loves it, and the central image remains of Kejriwal. But I think the biggest issue in this election will be what will be the Congress performance like. See, the BJP more or less retained its vote share in the last two elections, when it was all but wiped out in the assembly elections, but they always won all the 7 seats in the national elections. So they retained their 30% plus vote share. it was a complete decimation of the Congress party, which allowed Aam Aadmi Party to get all the anti-BJP vote or all the whatever you say, secular or this side or poor vote or working class vote. Now, if the Congress does well, Aam Aadmi Party gets into trouble. If the Congress is not able to improve its performance vis-a-vis the previous 3 elections, then the Aam Aadmi Party, despite all the hullabaloo, may romp home. So, whether we like it or not, the party number 3 holds the key to the Delhi state election outcome. So, Congress will never win elections on its own, but it may very well decide this time who the winner can be. And that's why
that's interesting.
Constantly positioning himself, and he's just upping the ante on BJP to show to his constituency that he's the real alternative to BJP, not the Congress.
All right, because of course the Aam Aadmi Party worried about Congress taking away some of their vote bank as well. Let me go across to Piyush Joshi once again. Piyush Joshi, the outcome of this election, whatever it may be, what will be the impact on the national picture?
It's an interesting question. First of, let me respond to Mr. Nigam's couple of charges. The ban is on opinion polls. The ban is not on voicing your individual opinions. Otherwise, we will be living in a dictatorial regime, which the BJP actually wants. Nevertheless, having said that, if Arvind Kejriwal, despite all the halla-gulla which has been around this election, if he scrapes through, or if he wins a good majority, then I think the picture is for everyone to see that Arvind Kejriwal is a promising leader, has worked on the ground. Whatever shortfalls he and his party actually has, people still believe that he at least is going to do certain honest attempts to plug those shortfalls. So definitely under the nose of the union government, which is I beg to differ with respected Nigam Saab, that it is actually the union government which is at loggerheads with all the opposition governments. So the Prime Minister has many a times voiced that he wants a Congress Mukt Bharat and at times opposition Mukt Bharat. So, for a healthy democracy to function, you need to have different shades of opinions. And if Kejriwal wins, then definitely he will emerge as a very strong national leader, which he already is. But he will be even more stronger because all the anti-incumbency, all the partial fulfillment of promises, people of Delhi will still see Mr. Kejriwal. If people of Delhi still see Mr. Kejriwal as their leader, then I think it's a very strong reply to Bharatiya Janata Party and union government, which I believe is at loggerheads with each and every government through their agencies of lieutenant governor or governors, whether it is Karnataka, whether it is Kerala.
My final word to Desh Ratan Nigam.
Whatnot.
All right, my final word to Desh Ratan Nigam. Desh Ratan Nigam, my final question to you as well. What will be the larger cues that one can take from this election based on the outcome as far as the national picture goes?
Well, certain clarifications that BJP last time had between 38 to 39% of the votes, which if they increase by 4 to 5%, they'll sweep the elections. And it is everybody's guess that BJP will improve its position. We are not guessing how much the position will be improved, whether they'll form a government or not, which I believe they will, but others may disagree with me. But the fact remains that Delhi is a national capital and a very important place to be governed, and BJP has been out of power since last 27 years. So it is important for Delhi to establish its footprints in Delhi, to have a leader, project a leader. If they win the elections, they have to project a leader who can take forward the BJP, in the long run, for so far as Delhi is concerned. So that issue has to be taken care of. And we are seeing the people working in Delhi for BJP. BJP only has to focus on its core vote bank and ensure they come out and vote. Nothing else. If they increase their vote percentage by at least 6%, if they're from their own vote bank, then BJP will form a government. And that is what I believe BJP is working for at the grassroots, that their voters come out, and the higher percentage of voting will certainly help the BJP.
All right, we've run out of time, but Desh, Ratan, Nigam, Sanjeev Sharma and also Piyush, thank you very much for joining us in the program. This is a story that we'll continue tracking very, very closely. We're taking a break, but coming up, OpenAI CEO Sam Altman is in New Delhi. Details on his India visit when we're back.